Conti, bella palla per Rebic, Ibra, Rebic, il tiro, gol!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the SempreMilan podcast. I'm your host today, Anthony Torgrud. Ollie Fisher is actually on vacation. He's in Krakow, Poland right now. He's having fun, and we're still working. So here we are. It's me and Madison this week. How are you?
I'm good, man. Exciting week for AC Milan, and I wish we could go to Poland on vacation, but I'm stuck going to Ohio, and you're stuck going to, New Mexico or something.
Yeah, that'll never happen. For record, no offense to anyone who lives in New Mexico listening, but that
Or
is not
Ohio.
a vacation state. I won't be going there. We got some pretty big, exciting news that we actually tried to cover yesterday, the day it happened, but we all were having internet troubles, and so that's why we're recording a day late. But we're here now. We're excited. Tonali Day, but that's not the first transfer we got to talk about. Got to talk about one more. Cyprian Tata Rusanu, goalkeeper from Lyon, former of Fiorentina. He's going to be a backup to Donnarumma. Any thoughts? Do you care?
I know nothing about him.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, honestly. He's not going to get much game time. He's going to be a backup goalkeeper. They feature 3 or 4 times a season. It'll be in the Cup and maybe some Europa group stage games. He's experienced. He's been in the game for a while, so I don't think it's a big difference. If anything, it's just Pepe Reina or Begovic on lesser wages, in my opinion. That's how it's going to be. So not much to say about him. But the big one, Sandro Tonali, we got him. He signed. He's here. He's wearing the 8. I bought his jersey already. It's on its way. 3rd kit. Looks beautiful. Did you see the video they posted this morning?
Oh, so you did get the 3rd kit.
Yeah, I got the 3rd.
Oh, I guess we talked about that yesterday. I did, of him watching the games as a kid.
Yeah.
Watching Gattuso, and now the jersey's his.
Yeah, I saw that one, and it was like a kid version of him collecting the stickers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool, and that was the second one, because they did another one. It was similar to Brahim Diaz and Zlatan's, where it was just like, I don't know, doing tricks in that cool room with all the flashing lights and like the big cats everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But then they deleted it for some reason, but some people screen recorded it, obviously, so I got to watch that too. And it looked nice. I'm sure they'll post it again soon. Pretty exciting, though. That's probably the biggest signing we'll make all summer, I think.
I think it's the biggest signing we've made in the past, 3-4 years.
Yeah, I agree. To me, this feels really similar to when Kaká came back. That was the last time there was a huge reception like this. Obviously, he can't go into the public and have a huge crowd in the city center because of COVID. But if he could, there absolutely would have been.
Yeah.
It would have been a huge deal. I mean, there were people waiting for him at the airport, outside his hotel, outside the medicals. Like,
yeah,
he's excited. We're excited. It's huge. And the funny thing is, I don't think he's going to start right away.
No, I think he'll start this weekend, and I read a report this morning, I think we posted it, that he will be able to participate in the Europa League games.
Yeah, I saw he'll be able to participate against the one against
Shamrock Rovers.
Yeah, Shamrock Rovers next week, but he won't be on the initial UEFA list, so I don't know.
Yeah, so we're allowed to change it when it gets close to the game.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
So we just can't submit him until it's like right before.
Correct.
Which is fine. I don't know if he'll. I mean, I guess that'd be a good game to get him playing because, like, it's pretty low risk minus the fact that we have to win it, but the team playing's not too hot. So I think that'd be a great game for him. Obviously, he's used to like a 3-man midfield, and he's not going to be in one of those. So it's going to be a bit of a adjustment for him. And the duo that we have currently is fantastic in their own right. So I don't know if we need him to be a world beater the second he shows up, and I think that's a good thing. It's nice, takes the pressure off him.
Yeah, and I feel like in the past, 4 seasons when we've really gone ham in the market, our signings have had a lot of pressure to perform immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And what's nice about this is our midfield's good. I never thought I'd be saying that the past couple of years. But like, our midfield is good. As long as they can pick up where we left off, Tonali won't have to come in and be a world beater. And by the end of the season, he'll take Kessier's spot, and him and Benacer will be a strong duo for two shorties in our midfield.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be how our midfield's going to look for the next decade, to be honest. I mean, they're both fantastic young players, and like you said, we're set with them, but we don't need him to come in. It's fantastic. Having depth is like something we haven't had in so long that people are thinking that we're going to sell Benacer because Tonali came in, and that's just not the case. It's like top-level clubs have 2 world-class 11s.
Right.
We're not there yet, but we're building it, and we finally have depth and rotation because we're going to play at most 60 games next season in 3 comps if we go all the way in all of them. Fairly unlikely, but if we do, it's near 60 games. And, you need rotation. If we bring in Bakayoko, then we have 4 top-quality midfielders that can rotate in and out with each other because they all play a similar role. So
Bakayoko is not registered on Chelsea's team.
Interesting. I did not know
They did
that.
not register him as a player. So he's definitely out the door.
I know he has 2 other offers from Premier League clubs. He's waiting for ours. We want him, but Chelsea's being real strict on that 30 million option, which we're never going to activate. So it's either take it or leave it,
It's a gamble to take him back. He's still semi-young. He's like 27, 28?
Thanks for saying that's young.
In soccer player terms.
It's young for us too. I think he's about 26 or 27.
Yeah, so he should be in his prime, but he played his best at Monaco in his first stint and with us. And he's been shit between both those. So we're not going to pay 30 million after he was good for us, then left for a season, played like shit at Monaco. And didn't he get recalled? Didn't they recall him or no?
I feel like send him back. Play with Chelsea for a little bit, but I don't know for sure.
Then, because there's a chance that we spend that money and he's gonna be complete shit, and I feel like that chance is semi-high. Like I kind of have a gut feeling he's gonna come back and be pretty bad.
Well, and remember when he first got to us, he didn't start off too hot. He got a lot of shit from the fans, and then all of a sudden he just kicked it into gear. And now that we don't have
Gattuso though,
exactly,
who's gonna kick him into gear? Pioli is not a hardball coach.
Yeah. Now he has Kessié still, who might be able to motivate him and bring that back. But I mean, does anyone expect him to start over Benacer? Probably not. Do we think he's gonna outclass Tonali? Probably not. I mean, if we get Bakayoko, he's my 4th choice. I think he's a great 4th choice. So that's no disrespect to him, but you're right. I don't think he's worth the 30 mil. I mean, you look at what we're paying for Tonali, 10 million loan at an option at 25, like 35 total for a player who might be a starter for 15 seasons, as opposed to Bakayoko, who's probably got 5 seasons, maybe a little more left in him at the top level. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It's not going to happen, especially he's got a year on his contract. Why would we pay them a higher release cost than what they paid to buy the player 5 years ago that they've loaned out for 4 seasons? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Chelsea's, with respect, they're out of their goddamn mind. There's no way we're going to pay that. And if we agree to it, it's solely to get the deal over the line. And then we just send him back at the end of the season, and it's Chelsea's problem from there.
Well, doesn't he have 1 year left, or does he have 2?
Technically 2. He'll have this season and then 1 after that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we get him this season, send him back. Then he's got a year on his contract.
How are we about to pay 30 million for Bakayoko and Everton didn't even pay for James Rodriguez?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there, man. Everton's doing some weird, shady business right now. They got some stuff. That, I mean, no one cares because this is the Milan podcast, but let's mention it because it's interesting. James Rodriguez signed for Everton for 0 with a clause in the contract that if Everton sell him again, whatever he's sold for goes to Madrid. Is that correct?
I don't know, because say he becomes a world beater and Bayern Munich buy him for 100 million, Madrid don't get 100 million because this isn't like an infinite loan,
Right.
There has to be they get X amount. Because I read that the fee was somewhere between 15 and 20 million, I thought.
Okay.
And so it's got to be something like that.
50, they get 20 of it.
Yeah, and we keep 30.
Gotcha. It's honestly brilliant. I mean, that's a really smart way to do business. It's low risk.
It is. But
It's
Madrid
super
don't
low. And well,
they're
Madrid
trying to
don't
get him
need
off the
it.
books.
Exactly. They're like, whatever. They've been loaning him out for years. It makes sense. I was hoping Milan would go for him. I like him, but I mean, we don't
He needs somewhere
need
that
to.
like the pressure's kind of low, I think.
Exactly.
And he
Yeah.
plays so well under Carlo Ancelotti.
Yeah.
So,
3 different teams now. Well, this
yeah.
will be his third. Yeah. But anyways,
And we
back
actually
to
play
Milan.
Tottenham this weekend.
Do you really? Is that your first game of the season, or?
Yeah, it's on Sunday.
Wow, football's back, guys. When does
Premier League's back.
when does
Serie A
Milan
doesn't start for
start?
another like 2 weeks.
That's what I thought. I was like, yeah, we got a ways to go because we play Shamrock Rovers on the 17th. So next Thursday, is that next Thursday?
Hmm.
Oh my God! Yeah, 1 week from today, we're playing Europa League, and then after that, the 21st is our first game back in the league. So Bologna on Monday. On a Monday, what? That's annoying, man. I don't like that. Right in the middle of my workday. I'll still watch it though. Don't worry. Speaking of games in the middle of my workday, we had a friendly yesterday that we
We did.
won 5-0 against
They scored
Vicenza.
once.
You're right, 5-1. I literally have it right in front of me too, and I said 5-0. 5-1 against Vicenza. I actually bought a new mattress, and because of that, slept in for the first half of the game. Woke up in the 57th minute. But I watched the highlights. I'm up to date. Yesterday I wasn't, so kind of glad we got delayed a little bit. Castillejo with the first goal. Colombo with the second. Castillejo with the third. And then Brahim Diaz scored the fourth, and Lucas Tanya got one in the 90th minute. You watched the first half. You were at work,
I did.
right?
I did. I put it on my phone. I put it up against my computer. I saw the first 2 goals. Solid goals. I mean, it's kind of hard to see Samu's because the camera's just at midfield
Right.
going back and forth,
Yeah.
and he was on the far side. But Colombo's was good. I'm pretty sure it was a volley off of a corner, if I'm not mistaken. Kid is doing great. I mean, yesterday I read a rumor that we put on pause for a backup to Ibra because we want to see what Colombo can do. So I would say that he has more pressure than Tonali does because those are big shoes to fill. And
big fucking shoes.
big man's 39, 38, and he goes down. We're relying on Colombo, man. And
Yeah. That's
but
a
I mean,
lot of
2020's
pressure.
been good for Colombo. That guy got jacked. Did you see the photos?
Dude, he's huge.
Yeah. So
how tall is he? Do you know? He's got to be
I don't
up
know,
there.
but dude is giant. And I was just like, oh shit.
This doesn't have his height, but he's only 18 years old. He's born in 2002. That's so weird to me. But yeah, man, his goal was fantastic. Like I said, a volley from a corner. It looked really nice. And he's jacked. He's huge. He's definitely got the body type to fill in for Zlatan. Now, skill level, I don't think anyone's ever going to be able to just instantly replicate Zlatan. That's just not going to happen. But like you said, this is the guy that's going to fill in the shoes. So, I mean, we obviously see something in him.
Yeah.
And I think it's great. It gives us at least a season to find out a long-term replacement if we need one. Next summer, we're going to sign a striker no matter what. We know that's going to happen. So if it's, an aging, like, it wouldn't be Edin Dzeko, but someone with that profile, mid-30s kind of guy, and Colombo and him rotate, like, I could see that. Like what Chelsea did with Giroud and Tammy Abraham last season. I could see something like that kind of happening and just hoping for the best, and that's why we're focusing so much on building up the midfield and the attacking corners there. But
yeah, especially because I feel like Colombo's been playing like a true number 9.
he has
like that goal yesterday was just right place, right time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what kind of shot you call class, like, but
yeah.
Who knows? We might have another. I don't know who started in our youth system. That's another
hopefully better than
RIP.
him. Yeah. Yeah, man. I hope. Now I almost want to say Cutrone. I hope Colombo does well. I like him. But yeah, I wonder who else we're gonna sign. But more young guys. Brahim Diaz got his first goal, technically his debut goal for us. I thought he looked great. It was a Paqueta assist, who's been the preseason GOAT. Getting 3 assists, 2 goals, or something like that. No, more than that now, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Farmers are pretty easy to play against. I mean, here we are praising Colombo for playing good in preseason. Now we're like,
Right.
Paqueta? No, he's playing against Farmers.
Yeah, I mean, the difference is Paqueta's like established as a first league player, whereas Colombo's still a 19 or 18-year-old, So
Yeah.
I expect Colombo to struggle a bit more against these guys, whereas there's just absolutely no reason for Paqueta to be struggling the way he does. I mean, so I'm sorry, they're not Serie C, they're Serie B, but still, that they're not like anything special. They're not going to be competing for promotion this season. So it's
Right.
not like it was the toughest competition, but it's still a good test to get started. And I think it was necessary for Brahim Diaz to get that first goal, kind of open up his scorebook, break the nerves, because it was a good goal, but it was like I didn't think he was going to get it. The way Paqueta gave him the through ball, it was a little too strong, or Brahim just missed it or something, and he kind of had to do a full 360 rotation from like 9 yards out inside the box and somehow still beat the keeper and was able to slot it home. And it was nice. It looked good. I liked it, but it was a little shoddy. And I don't think that's what we're going to see going forward. We've seen some skill in his in the last preseason game prior to this one where, he had some nice footwork, didn't get a goal or anything, but looked good. I think he's probably going to start. I think he knows that position is up for grabs, and so he's kind of pushing for it. Obviously, Samu knows that as well, and that's why he scored 2 goals in the first half himself. So it'll be interesting to see that battle, and I think we might see it switch quite a bit. Both of them are definitely going to get playing time, unless we sign someone like Chiesa, who we've been rumored with. That would be pretty nice as well. I'm sure we'll get to that, though. And the last goal was Lucas Stania in the 90th minute. I don't know much about the guy. In fact, I didn't know even who he was when he scored. I remember watching it and saying, "Who's that?" and having to ask the chat, finding out. But another one from a corner, header. That's nice. We don't get many of those. It's rare that we have 2 goals scored off corners. I don't know when the last time that happened, even in preseason. No? Okay. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't happen. We don't do set pieces well in this team.
We also don't score 5 goals a game.
Well, we have been lately.
I know.
It's nice. And let's see. We had a ton of questions, so I think we're just going to jump to those so we can get as many of them as possible. And if
I'm going to start with one that we got on the YouTube channel. I was looking at the comments today. His name's Khalid Alenzi. I think I actually said that right. So if I didn't, I'm sorry. He said, guys, do you think Tonali, Bakayoko, and Diaz are enough to make up the 12 points difference between us and 4th, assuming we sign Bakayoko? I think it is not necessarily I don't know. I don't think that Tonali, Bakayoko, or Diaz are necessarily going to be scoring goals and getting assists. I think that they'll be setting up plays to make that happen, if that makes sense. They'll be more of set up than goal scorers. And I think that it can help because with Zlatan here all season, if he produces what he produced last year, then I absolutely think so, because we had some rough games last year that we should have won.
And especially the first half.
Particularly the first 7 games.
Yeah, Jesus. I think it might be enough, to be honest. I really do, because of what you just said. They're going to be setting it up. I mean, we've seen Tonali on the ball. We know what he could do. We've seen what Diaz can do recently, and we know what Bakayoko is capable of. Combining all that, I mean, just seeing these crosses and how we're getting the ball into the box, and knowing we're going to have a hungry, determined Zlatan with something to prove. Even at 39, he's got something to prove. He said he's here to win titles. Let's see if he could do it. Dude, we're going to get so many headers, I think, or volleys, and I think Zlatan's going to break 20 goals this season for sure. I mean, he did 11 in half a season and had an injury in the middle of it.
Yeah, if he can stay healthy and play all these games, because he's not going to be able to play in 3 competitions.
Exactly, and that's where Colombo comes in. That's why it's a big gamble to not have that third striker. But, I mean, we have Liao, who technically we're moving to the wing, but he's capable of being striker if we need him. So is Rebic. So there is a bit of fluidity there, but the idea is
Worst
not-
comes to worst, we can like put Samu up there, or like
yeah,
I mean Samu kind of sucks, but we have options.
we do. We definitely have more depth than we've had in a long time. More quality depth, more depth that we could actually rely on. Before it was like, okay, Benacer just tired, he needs to come off. We have 37-year-old Bilia who's made of wet paper bags. Like that's not real depth. That hurts your team. That takes you down to 10 men. Whereas now it's like Benacer's tired, he needs to come off. Cool. We have Sandro fucking Tonali. We're good. We almost improve. So that's fantastic. So to answer the question, yes, I think this is the season. I think it's going to happen. I think we're coming back.
I was going to try and do the Champions League. Da, 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 da.
That's my my alarm clock in the morning.
It's mine too.
That's
It
funny.
starts blaring, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, why is it so loud?
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm here right now. For those of you who don't know, Maddie's like, let's do a lunchtime pod. Well, there's a 3-hour time difference. So lunchtime for him means 8:30 in the morning for me. So I woke up, showered, did my morning business, and here I am. I've done nothing else today. My throat hurts. I haven't had water yet.
I don't want to ask you what your morning business is.
Yeah. All right. So first question comes from good friend Matt Santangelo, and he's kind of taking a dig at me. He says, how many Milan shirts will Torgud buy this season? I say all of them. Well, I've already bought one, the third kit. I don't like the rumored away shirt. So if that comes to be true, I'm not going to buy it. And I'm not the biggest fan of the home shirt, but that doesn't mean I won't buy it because I buy all of them and I haven't liked a lot. So I'll probably get two. I don't know if I'm going to spend, the $170 on the home shirt like I did for this third shirt. But yeah, that's my answer there. Maddie, I know that question really wasn't in asking you anything, but are you going to buy any shirts this season?
No, I'm poor. I have house payments.
Yeah, I was going to say you
and a
own
wedding.
Yeah. Fair enough. Maybe I'll get you one for your wedding then. Next question, at Milan Digital, he said, how would you rate our transfer campaign so far, and also who's your dream realistic signing?
Well, we signed Tonali, so
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think it's been a great transfer window. I would have liked someone on defense and attacker, but I mean, obviously we don't have the money that we thought that we were going to have to spend. So you do what you do, and we have done great business with Brescia so far. So
yeah, we've done very good business with very limited funds actually being sent out. 10 million to Brescia is the loan payment. That's all we've sent. I think 3 million was the loan for Brahim Diaz.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what Kulu's fee was, but it was like less than 5. It was really small.
We signed him for free.
Was it free?
Yeah.
Okay, well, perfect.
Because his contract was up, and
I'm thinking of Emil Roebuck. We signed him for like 1.5, right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who that is.
That's a Swedish guy from Hammarby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The 18-year-old, right? Or 17 or something?
Oh, that's the other guy we got to back up Colombo. That's our third choice striker. That one's risky, but, he looked decent too. He's come on.
That's Zlatan's club.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Zlatan's just
interesting.
making money off of us.
Oh, yeah. 100% there was something there, That was like, look, we'll buy this guy. Take that as like the extra to your contract that you're asking for that we can't give you. I bet there was a little bit of something there. But yeah, I think we've done great there. And who else do we sign? And then Tata Runasu, the goalkeeper, on a free. That's good business too. He'll have a low wage. If we sign anyone else, I'm gonna be happy, But I think so far I'd say it's an 8. We've just done everything right. As far as realistic dream signing, this one's tricky because I don't necessarily care for the player, but I do think it would be like basically that final piece in the puzzle. Maybe not final, but one of the last two. And I think it would be Chiesa. I think if we could get him for a reasonable price, our attack's complete and we're set at that point. That would make it a 10 for me.
We haven't completed Rebic yet, have we?
No, he's still technically on loan.
What if we signed him and then recalled Andre Silva as a backup?
That would be the most fucked up thing we could do to Frankfurt. Because I think the whole reason we're going to be able to get Rebic is like a gentleman's agreement that we're both making a deal. I mean, I'm all about it. I'm literally wearing Andre Silva right now. Like, I'm about it. Give him the 9 back. It's still available. That would be
that's right. I'm so happy that Ibra took 11 because I knew if he took 9, he was going to suck ass.
I was worried, honestly. I wanted to take the 9 and break the curse, but I was like, if he takes it, we're fucked, you know?
Yeah.
I was nervous about it.
We need, like, the kid from Dortmund. The blonde kid.
Yeah, I know exactly. Holland, yeah.
Holland, yeah, to come and take the number 9 shirt because he'll score.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that kid's going to stop anytime soon. I don't like him, but I would take him.
It kind of looks like Isaac if Isaac was attractive.
I don't even know if that's true, man. I think Holland looks
I'm
weird.
just talking shit.
But I guess they're both Scandinavian. Next question from Luis de la Garza. We kind of talked about it a little bit. Some have suggested the team move to a 4-3-3 with Benacer, Kessié, and Tonali all start in the mid and Çalhanoğlu moving to the left wing. I think it's a terrible idea, but it seems the only position Çalhanoğlu thrives in is a 4-2-3-1 behind the striker. What are your thoughts?
Don't change
those are my thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't change it if it's not broken.
Exactly.
We played 4-3-3 for 10 years and we sucked ass.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, why go back to the formation that we've continued to struggle in all decade when we have one that everyone's happy and working in? Like you said,
we're scoring like 3 goals a game
in that spot. Why change it? It's perfect. Tonali is a very capable player, and he can adjust to the 4-2-3-1. You know, I don't think we should change our formation around him. I think he's young, he's 20 and very good. He could change what he's used to, you know? Yeah, I think that's – now how long that's going to take, I don't know. Maybe a season, maybe more, maybe less, but it'll happen. I don't think it's anything to worry about, which actually kind of covers the next question from Ad Hagen Power. He said, how long will it take for Tonali to get used to 2-man midfield rather than a trio?
Season.
Yeah, I'd say about 1 season. I don't think he's going to be a starter this year. He's going to be rotation, and he's probably going to have some killer games in the Cup and Europa League and a few in the season. He'll probably get 20 games, 25 maybe.
Yeah.
You know, off the bench or something like that. But, yeah, I don't think it'll take him crazy long, but he'll need to adjust. At China's _ Igbakwe. Sorry if I butchered that. You said, who's likely to feature the midfield duo, and does Paqueta deserve another season given the tight schedule and preseason performances? I think the midfield duo is going to stay the exact same. I don't think it's changing. It's going to be Benacer and Kessié to start. As for Paqueta, I would like to see him stay. I bought his jersey. His preseason's been fantastic, but like we said, he's not playing the hardest competition. Does he deserve another season? Maybe. But I just think with the number of players we have right now, it might play into his favor. He might stay. I know he's on the market. He's for sale. If Lyon want him at 25, they got him. But
I think he'd kill it in France too.
Yeah, he would.
You know,
Absolutely.
I think that Serie A is just so defensive that it's hard for him to break through.
Yeah, I agree. I think he'd do really well in Lyon. I want him to stay and do well, but I don't know if he deserves it. I mean, he hasn't done anything last season. And this one at Irolis, he said, will Ollie fly to Dublin for the EL qualification? Looks like Ollie actually replied to that and said he wishes there's a quarantine restriction. Him and I talked about that. He was going to go. It's really close to his house, obviously. And he wanted to go, but there's a mandatory 14-day quarantine in your hotel room if you do go. And he just doesn't have the time to do that, obviously.
For 3 weeks?
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to fly to a different country for 3 weeks and spend 2 of them locked in a hotel room. That's
right. Well, not only that, the game's next week, so.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't even have time. So never mind. Can't happen. Next one from at Jojo Slay 20. What are your thoughts of Maldini playing left wing this season? Is that where he was in the preseason game yesterday? I couldn't tell if he was like right behind the striker or if he was out wide.
I
The camera angle made it
was like
difficult.
working while I was watching, so it was.
Yeah. If that's where he played yesterday, then I think it looked good. To be honest, he definitely does better in one of those three spots right behind the striker. Um, but I think he's looked well, man. It seems
Mhm.
like he has less and less jitters each game, and it's nice to see Zlatan on there in those first preseason games with him, kind of yelling at him because he's gonna be scared. He knows he's got the heaviest name in fucking sports, to be at Milan. He's like, okay, I'm a Maldini. I got to perform. And then you got a guy like Zlatan saying, like, yo, get your shit together, kid. You have to perform. And eventually that's going to work. And so I hope he does well. I think he can. I think he'll perform. At Moad AZ says, do you think it's best for Milan to win the Europa League, to be first in the Champions League draw, or should they focus on making top four and forget about Europa League?
No, I want to win trophies.
Yep, exactly. Don't ever just count yourself out of a competition. I think
Unless like last season when we did it for financial purposes.
right.
If you're going to participate, you have to participate. We're not going to send our B team who got relegated 2 seasons ago to go play. No, we're going to send, Zlatan and Donnarumma,
Yeah.
Tonali, just like how I threw him in there, he's going to be starting.
Yeah, I mean, I want to win it. I absolutely want to win it. We have 2 paths to Champions League: win Europa or finish top 4. Why not try to do both? Yeah.
Imagine that after not getting it for 10 years, get it twice.
Exactly.
Qualify both.
And
while
it's the only
winning a
trophy
major
we
year.
haven't won. I mean, I know
He
it's
said
Europa
this 2
League.
years ago. He got knocked out to Olympiacos.
Right. Yeah. I know it's not a big deal trophy, but I want it. It's a big deal to me, damn it. I want that shit. So yeah, let's win that and also shoot for top 4. Let's get a treble. Fuck it. And
who's gonna have more trophies more jerseys by the end of the season? You or Oliver?
Ollie, he bought like 3 yesterday. Because
his girlfriend keeps on buying him jerseys.
Yeah, it must be nice to have someone love you.
Shannon doesn't buy me jerseys.
Must be nice
They're
to
fucking
have someone
expensive,
buy you
man.
jerseys. They are, and he's been getting like the old ones. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
I'll buy 1 or 2 a season, like right off the rip when a player gets announced that I like. That's just what I do. But Ollie wants to have every single jersey for every single season, and he's doing it. I think he's got just about everything from like this season back to like yeah. He's well ahead of me, so it's definitely him. I'm not catching up anytime soon. At Syndrofromitikos, I don't know, some Greek name. He says, why supposedly try for Chiesa when we haven't – wait, okay, let me read that again. Why supposedly are we trying for Chiesa? Haven't we heard of any other winger names for targets? There was rumors of Bale, but nothing good source-wise.
We don't want Bale.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take him. But
no, he'll break his toe and be out for 3 years.
I don't care. I like him. It's a good name. Would you back off? Sorry, my dog's like licking my feet.
My cat's like clawing at me, so.
Yeah. But anyways, that's just the only name we've been linked with. I think we should just go for him. This is from Lepovic. He said, how do you guys view Mikolenko as a backup to Teo? To be honest, haven't seen him play, but he's got to be better than Laxalt, so go for it.
Agreed.
Laxalt's
not terrible, though.
He's pretty close to terrible.
He's not that bad. He's bad, but he's not that bad.
Maybe I'm just used to Teo now.
We probably signed Leighton Baines on a free.
Who signed Leighton Baines?
We could. He retired from Everton.
Yeah, that's good. Keep him retired. I know that's your boy, but he's not mine. I don't want him. What is more likely, another big-name Marquise signing or Maldini fully agreeing to Raiola's extortion for GGO? I think agreeing for GGO is more likely than a big-name signing.
Do people not understand how business works?
Yes.
I don't get it. They ask for 10 million, so they get 7.5.
Yeah.
They don't actually expect to get 10. He's on a 6. We want to keep him at a 6, so they ask for 10. That's how business works.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know that we've offered to renew him for another season and just leave it at 6, but up his performance bonuses, which is fair for us because we don't have a lot of money to do it.
Right.
It's Raiola. That's not going to get accepted. We know that. That was our first offer. They're countering with 10, supposedly, according to rumors. And then we'll meet somewhere in the middle, 7, 7.5. Zlatan's on 7. He wanted to be the top guy. Mino's his agent as well. Donnarumma had to have been discussed during that. And if Zlatan's going to be the top guy, then maybe we, do just renew Gigio at 6 again with more bonuses, or give him 6.5 with some bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think 10's going to happen. I think that was just baloney in the news. And we're getting towards the end here. At Rocky Word said, who's your dream center back signing that is realistic? Who's a better player right now between Locatelli and Tonali? Be honest, which means you want me to say Locatelli. And I'm not going to, because I've never thought he's that great. He had a great game against was the Netherlands, I think, this past week for Nations League with Italy.
Yeah, did he say who's better right now?
Yeah.
Locatelli. Who's
don't
going
think
to be
so.
better? Tonali.
Yeah, I'm
The
just
kid's
going to say
18.
Tonali's better.
Like, obviously, Locatelli has more of a skill set. He's older, and he's been playing the game longer. But Tonali is going to be the – yeah, so what?
Tonali's 20, not 18.
Oh, okay. Either way.
I'll just say it.
He has
But
one Serie A season under his belt, and he's played how many internationals? Like, you don't just have natural – I mean, I guess you look at Messi, but Tonali's not Messi. At this moment in time, Locatelli's a better midfielder. At the end of the season, it could be Tonali. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think Tonali's got a better mentality. I mean, Locatelli forced his way out because he had to fight against an injury-prone Biglia, who was in his 30s, and Tonali's
I don't know if he fought his way out or if we threw him out.
He played like 35 games that season. Like, he was a part of the project. But then he's like, I want to go to Sassuolo because that's his level. He's trash. The kid sucks. I don't like Locatelli.
I think we tossed him. I don't think he wanted to leave.
Well, regardless, he's out the door. I'm not a Locatelli fan.
Imagine
I thank him for his
Locatelli,
goals,
Tonali, Cutrone, all these boyhood fans with Donnarumma. Like, dude, we'd be the coolest guys on the block. I don't know where I'm going with that, but
yeah, me either. That'd be a great story, but doesn't do it for me. Doesn't wet my whistle. As far as my dream center back, I don't really have one, to be honest. I guess Fofana from St. Etienne that we've been linked with would be dope. Linkovic from Fiorentina would be dope as well. One of those two. I'm happy with that.
I like the guy from Red Bull Leipzig. I think he's French, right?
Upamecano? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast. I don't think we can afford him after all we've signed, though. This says, do we need a striker? We've kind of touched on that already, so real quick, not till next season. This one, will Paolo Maldini with time and experience become as good at eyeing top talent as Galliani? I think he's proven he is. I mean,
maybe everyone knew Tonali was top talent.
Yeah, but I'm talking Teo Hernandez and Raheem Diaz. Who else did he sign? There was another person that he signed last season that came good quick.
Benacer?
Well, everyone knew him. Kier was solid for us.
Salamakers?
Yeah, Salamakers hasn't been terrible. I mean, I think Maldini's got a good eye. Maybe not as good yet, but he'll definitely get there for sure. And this one from Hussey Inzi. Should Milan fans start dreaming of Scudetto? No. You could dream. It's not going to happen, but you could dream. No, that's a little preemptive. We're going to do well, and I think we'll get Champions League, but no, we're not winning a title. Who are your ideal right wing and center back signings? We've kind of mentioned them already. So I'll just go Fofana and Chiesa again. Do you want to add anything to it or no? All right. Delphi. That's actually solid. Wing. Is he left wing? Yeah, he is. Yeah. Well, whatever. We could just rotate stuff around.
We could get Bernard, the little Brazilian guy from Everton.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Bernardo Soares, that random guy we signed a few years back that just disappeared.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, he never played. What should be our ideal starting 11 with our current players, and what positions are our weakest? Weakest position, right back, right wing. Starting 11, Donnarumma, Calabria, Kier, Romagnoli, Teo, Kessié, Benacer. I'm literally just naming off last season's 11, but that's what it is still.
I mean, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah. I'll put Brahim Diaz up there over Salamakers and Castillejo. Çalhanoğlu in the middle, and Liao on the left wing, and Zlatan up top, or Rebic on left wing, sorry. And that's it. We got a few more, but we are running out of time still, so I'll ask one last question. This one's kind of a fun one for Maddie from Christian Espinosa at Purple Buckets. Would Milan beat Everton right now?
Yes. I haven't seen Everton play with these new guys, so I'll say yes.
Yeah. I haven't seen, have you guys had preseason since you made all these signings or no?
Yeah, Blackpool scored 3 and then we scored 4. So
okay.
Our defense is whack. Pickford's got small hands. And that's all I got to say about that.
All right. Well, I'm also going to say Milan wins. And we'll wrap it up there, huh? This went pretty long, pretty good pod. So it's been real.
Much better than yesterday's.
Yeah, seriously. Cool. Great time. Follow me on Twitter, Torgid45. Definitely check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. And yeah, Manny, anything you want to add?
Edward__Toth.
Awesome. Thanks so much for listening, guys. We'll catch you next time.
Andrea Conti, bella palla per Rebic, Ibra, Rebic, il tiro, gol!